What's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've done a back of the truck video. Pardon the mess, there's a reason for that. Get into that here in a little while. But yeah, welcome to Rookieville. Oh man, it has been a long couple days, but well, this has been a long couple days. We'll just leave it at that. How's that? I'll go into it. So, man, the rookie life, everything's new again. Everything. I mean, from a Volvo, which is a new truck, to a new company that's got new paperwork, to a new, not a flatbed box truck, to new DOT rules for that, to everything's new. It's like starting completely over again, man. And so, it was Wednesday night of last week. I was in the hotel, and yeah, that's where we stayed Wednesday. Went back to the dealership about noon on Thursday and sat there until 7:30 the next night. And that's when the truck was finally done. Finally back together, finally fixed. Drove 4 miles over to the TA there in Ontario, California. And then got up the next morning and I had a load. Golf carts. Out of California going to Texas. It's my go load. It's not what I do. I do the Polaris account, but they got to get me from California back to Texas somehow. So I drove over to a storage lot where we keep our trailers, and I found a trailer. And then I sat in my truck, petrified for 5 minutes. Yes, I don't follow my own advice all the time. I was just like, oh my gosh, here we go. I mean, I've got a trailer. I'm an experienced driver. They have a set of expectations. That's one thing about Cook. I mean, they don't babysit you. You come to them for a job. You say you're an experienced driver. They expect you to have the experience and know what you're doing. So that's what I did. I said a prayer. I calmed my nerves, and I rolled over to the customer. And I said, I'm here. And guess what? First time, off the street, blindside, alley dock. I've never done an alley dock in a box truck. So I did what I should have done. I got out of my truck and just begged for help.
I need somebody, not just anybody.
And you know what? There was another Cook driver, and he came in, he spotted me, but I did the maneuvers. I Travis Kinley in my freaking head. Turn the trailer left, you turn the wheel to the right. I just did the Travis Kinley. I just watched his videos and do what he said, and I got it in there. And I felt good, but I had help. And so they said, I walked in and I was backed up, and I said, I'm here for my golf cart load. They said, all right. They walked me over and said, there's your 24 golf carts. Make it happen. I was like, I gotta load these? I'm Polaris. We do preloaded trailers. No, this is used golf carts. You gotta load them. So, okay, I'm going to figure out how to load golf carts now. And so I started loading them one in front of the other. And I got halfway through the bottom row. I was like, wait a second. I got 24 of these. I've put like 4 on and I'm halfway through the trailer. Oh, I got to put them side by side, top and bottom, to fit all 24. So I had to maneuver the golf carts that were already in the trailer to try and get them lined up. And that's about what it looked like. But guess what? I got them loaded. Got on the road. And left Riverside, California. Got to Arizona. And I got a check engine light.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So I pulled in and said, I don't know what this is. I look up the code. I call road service, who, God bless Cook Road Service. They've had to deal with me almost every day now. And it said, hey, look, it's a DEF sensor. They are on 2 to 3 week nationwide back order. It's a Cummins engine. My buddy who works for TMC, who drives a Peterbilt, airborne trucker, broke down with a DEF sensor, but luckily it didn't derate the truck. So I can still drive. And they're like, we'll order the part, we'll get it down. We have a shop in Flower Mound, which is, by where I live. We'll get the part in, just rock out. You'll deal with it when you get to Texas. I said, okay, what can you do? So I went to bed. I got up Saturday, and the hood release is broken. I can't pop the hood on my truck because the Volvos have a handle underneath the steering wheel. They don't have the latches on the outside that you can unhook. So I call road service. I'm like, hey, hood latch is broken. They're like, yep, that happens. They walked me through how to you can manually open it, so I could do my pre-trip, and so I booked it. Saturday, Sunday, and I got up this morning, it's Monday. I drove over to the golf cart place, and I set up my ramps, and I unloaded my golf carts, and they were done. I said, I'm done. They said, go to Flower Mound. So I went over to Flower Mound. He said, okay, look, he saw the damage on the front. He knows what his parts. So there's a list this long of stuff that this truck needs. Like, we'll get it ordered, but you know, guys, right now, life is on back order apparently, because if you want something, it's on back order, especially for a truck. And the trucks that are out there, you know, the Fords having the problems. It just seems like everything is on back order. So what are you gonna do? You're a rookie, right? You just gotta rock and roll it. So I drove over to Carrollton to get my first ever preloaded load of Polaris Rangers, and I pulled in and said, hey, they got you your load quick, your load's not ready, but if you'll back in over here, we'll live load you. Back in, alley dock, in this tiny little facility, and I did it with no help. It's like, I kind of like these box trucks. They maneuver. I just kind of visualize an attack. I can see what's going on with them. So I back it into that spot. I get up next to dock. Finally, all right, turn the truck off. Gonna wait. I start getting really hot. I'm like, what in the... My APU hadn't come on. Look back. Orange triangle. That's right. My APU is broken. So now I'm on idle time. So I call road repair, and I'm just like...
You have failed me for the last time.
But I call them, and I'm like, hey, what am I supposed to do? And they say, well, look, you got some options. You know, you're on a run that I'm on right now. You can idle the truck. You're not going to get in trouble for idling. There's no penalties here for idling. And we'll have you, because shop guys fix it at Flower Mound. By the time you get back, we should have a laundry list of some of the parts that you need to get your truck running. And they said, and in the meantime, since I'm going up by Denver, they have an account, which I totally forgot when I was talking about boats on. They also have a Best Buy division that does a ton of Best Buy. And they said, you know, while you're out, there's a Best Buy in Denver. We're going to get a hold of them and see if maybe they've got an extra truck. So, guys, Cook has done everything that they can do to help me. These are just mechanical issues. They're not Cook issues. They're not even really Volvo issues. I mean, it's a tri-pack. I mean, but I had tri-pack in my Freightliners, never had a problem. It's, who knows? The truck sat for 2 months. It could be anything. The DEF, that's a nationwide thing. The hood latch, it happens on Volvos. So I can sit here and use many 4-letter words and even invent new 4-letter words for my situation. And I may have done that today a couple times. But at the end of the day, backing up, I got out of my own way. You know, I just learned to compartmentalize, and I'm on my run. So I have eight machines on the back. I got 5 drops to do this week. And so I'm going to drive all day tomorrow up to Colorado. I'm in Childress, Texas. I'm going to drive up to Pueblo tomorrow. If I can get squeezed and offload in tomorrow, because it's 5 stops and they're only getting a couple machines. If I can squeeze one in Pueblo in tomorrow, I'll squeeze that in. If not, I'll hit 3 of them on Wednesday because they're all pretty close. Then I'll shoot over to Kansas to finish out this load. So I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm making some money, which we'll get to the money thing. I know people have asked, hey, what's the money? What's the route? I don't want to give you guys the brochure answer. I want to give you the, hey, so here's the real answer. You know, here's the experience. Here's what I've done. I actually want to give you real numbers. So once I start getting some real numbers compiled and have talked, but Fleet Manager has been great. Cook has been great. The money seems like it's going to be pretty doggone good. The work is fun. You should see. I mean, these aren't like $5,000 four-wheelers. These are like $20,000 side-by-side, decked-out razor mud tires. I'm trying to get some video, maybe a time-lapse when I unload a couple of them. Just have to see on lighting and time. I don't know customers and kind of the situation, so I don't want to be like, hey, I'm the new guy. I'm going to film and make nobody mad. So that's where we're at. We are on our second run. We made it California to Dallas, reloaded in Dallas, and that live load took like 45 minutes. Like I said, it's only 8 machines, and they do all the securing. I sat there in the air conditioning with the truck running, not the APU. But I just sat here in the air conditioning while they loaded it up, secured it, they knocked on it. Here's your paperwork. Adios, muchacho. So I'm liking that part. No 5 and 6 hour load times. I don't have to stop every 150 miles or 3 hours like you do in flatbed to load secure. I just get to drive. And these machines aren't heavy, so overweight is an issue. So this whole load's like 12,000 pounds. So I'm not having to stop every 3 hours. The backing seems to be easier. The loads are light. The loads are fun. Ramps suck, but so did tarping, so I'm getting a swole. I'm getting a swole in my belly. I gotta fix that. So, guys, life's good. We're doing what we can do. We're back on the road. We're making money. God bless. And let's get rolling.